Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. So, what we're doing now, we're going to start today, is we're doing some live Instagram, um, what do you call it? Some live Instagram interviews with people who are crowdfunding creators, people who have launched already on crowdfunding, people who will soon be launching on crowdfunding, people who have successfully crowdfunded, and just kind of learn from them, see what they're doing, what they've done, what they've done to market for their campaign, how they're marketing now. And so for our first person here is going to be Brandon. And let me just bring Brandon in and we will start our little conversation here. Okay, Brandon should be joining us soon. Hi, Brandon.
Hey, how are you?
How are you doing? I am doing great. Where are you calling from today?
Calling from Queens, New York.
Queens, New York. All right, on the other coast. I am here in Seattle, Washington.
Ooh, how's it going over there?
Fiery.
I heard. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, no worries. We're staying hunkered down inside though, so that's really good.
Awesome.
I love the avocados you have in the back there.
Oh yeah, I had to feature these guys behind me. This is the set where I shoot the YouTube show in my room. Just a little, some stuff here, but yeah, very cozy. Good
That's
light.
awesome. Very
Yeah,
on brand.
of course, of
Yeah.
course.
Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much for being on this interview, and I would love to kind of just dig in to see how your Kickstarter campaign is doing and what you have going on. So if you want to kind of get started, just tell us all about your project.
Yeah, absolutely. So we launched September 1st of this year,
Yeah.
which was, I think, just less than 10 days ago. And we were originally scheduled to launch on March 24th,
Hmm.
which would have been my 30th birthday. So
Oh,
I wanted to time it, a little strategically to hopefully, in lieu of birthday presents, maybe they would contribute, right?
yeah.
And then I made the decision to say, you know what? It's probably not the right time to be asking people for contributions, especially with everything that's going on. It was
Yeah.
right towards the beginning of
Yeah.
this whole mess. But since then, we were able to put a plan together from March up to September 1st to get ready, to improve things, to send out more samples, to do a lot of really fun stuff.
Yeah.
And we pushed launch. I remember 7:58 a.m. September 1st. I didn't get any sleep the night before because I was so nervous. Because I'm sure you can relate. You don't know if the project's perfect, if it's
Yeah.
ready for you to push go. But eventually, you just have to take a risk and just see what happens.
Yeah.
So I went ahead, hit launch, and then within 5 days, we hit our funding goal.
Love it.
Um, yeah, which I mean, I was cautiously optimistic, and I still am. But I think after that, it showed what all that prep and all of that research and all of that work really went towards, and that was a now successful campaign, which continues to grow with about 20 days left, 21 days left.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, it's been really great, and my thumbs are exhausted just from all the hey, how's it going? Hey, we're live. Check it out, we're live.
Yeah.
Um, but the most part, the response has been great. They love the video, the graphics, the story. So I've been really pleased just to see that, and I'm feeling just extra excited now to be able to build build something and then eventually deliver it and have that
Yeah.
person who opens the box be happy and excited and hopefully come back. So yeah, it's
I
been great.
love it. Yeah, so tell me more about, what you guys did to prepare for the campaign. You guys already again have surpassed your goal within 5 days, so that's incredible. Like from March until now, like what were you doing to kind of get the word out there or get people hyped or kind of get people to be ready for this Kickstarter?
Yeah, so but even before March, there was about maybe like a year and a half of
Okay.
prep.
Yeah, yeah.
just before like we decided, okay, let's launch March 24th. The one word that's just like it's floating at the top of my head is samples.
Samples, all right.
And a few other words, but I'll start with samples. To date, I must have sent out maybe a little over 500 samples.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nose to the grind.
Seriously, I broke a blender like recently because of how much work I've been putting it through.
Oh, wow.
Worth it. But before that, I had to figure out who's going to try the samples. And I thought, I want these people to be, people I trust, friends and family, of course.
Yeah.
But also like customers.
Yeah.
Because when this thing goes live and when it's funded, I want to be able to have like a healthy customer base who's going to be ready to order. So my background is mainly social media marketing and branding.
Yeah.
So I tried to figure out the best cost-effective way to reach the most targeted people without spending the entire budget on advertising and influencers, which do work if you do it correctly. But I am fascinated with the power of Facebook groups. And yeah, that is, I think, if anyone's going to take anything away from this, it's going to be the power of Facebook groups and how you can use those audiences to build your business in awesome ways. Yeah. First thing I did was type hot sauce in Facebook, and then I filtered groups by groups, and then I saw maybe 4 to 5 different hot sauce groups.
Wow.
With 5-figure followings. Like members, and about like 100 posts per day.
People love their hot sauce.
It's true.
Love their hot sauce.
It's so true. But I learned that there's a right way and a wrong way to go about it. Starting with the wrong way, if you go in and say, you could probably guess, hey, I would love some money because I want to build this, and that would be great. Thank you very much. And that's it. Or you go in the way I did, say, hey, everyone, thank you so much for inviting me to the group. I'm really excited to connect with everyone. I'm learning how to make hot sauce, and I don't know where to start. I was wondering if somebody could help guide me in the right direction.
Love it.
Right?
Yeah.
Within the first 60 seconds, I had maybe, I might be exaggerating, but it felt like over 100 different comments and messages from people saying, would love to help you. Here's a few links. This is a basic recipe. These are the things you need to keep, be aware of. And it just sort of snowballed. So the first thing I used Facebook groups for was to learn how to make hot sauce.
Wow. Yeah.
And over time, I kept asking questions and engaging, but I was engaging from my accounts, not from the brand account. It was just me talking and being Brandon in a group of other hot sauce fans. And then one day, after I thought, the recipe's ready to show people for feedback.
Yeah. How long did that take, by the way?
Well, how long did learning how to make hot sauce take?
Yeah, that process, kind of that build up to, hey, I have a recipe to show people.
I moved pretty fast.
Okay, yeah.
I was pretty motivated to get this thing going. I think within the first month, I knew what like a pH level was. I knew how to properly sterilize all the bottles and the temperatures, basically the science of making a hot sauce. And I thought, it's ready, but it's ready for people to hate and to give me feedback on. So I know it sounds kind of harsh, but I'm not going to launch something knowing it's not great, even though I love it. So I went back to the Facebook groups, and the first message in my post, it says free hot sauce. The next line, this is not a joke. These are my accounts. I'm a real person. They also knew me because I was interacting this entire time, which helps.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm trying to find the post now. I'm sure I can dig it up, but it just said something like, I want to launch this hot sauce on Kickstarter, but I want to launch knowing that I have a good recipe. And in order to do that, I need help from the experts, which is a targeted fan base for your business. So if you sold bicycles in Seattle and you type bicycles in group, I'm sure there's thousands of those.
Yeah.
You'd be able to find customers like instantly. I'm sure there's one that says Seattle bike riders.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But I said, hey, all you need to do is DM me your shipping address and a reason why you want to try the hot sauce. And this would help me filter out like the real testers and the people who just want free stuff.
Yeah.
I ended up sending out, just to date, up to 500 1-ounce samples. So this is the 4-ounce bottle. This isn't the market bottle. This is the first generation. This is the one we were going to launch with.
Wow.
But we sent a quarter size of this to that many people. The people at USPS know me by name now. Like
like, hey, you're back.
like I'm that guy. It's fine. Yeah. But after that, they gave some really good, somewhat harsh feedback, but feedback that I needed to hear.
Yeah.
So I took all of that, I applied it, and I knew after trying it, I had something better and something better to show them. So I resent samples to them.
Wow, yeah.
And to more people and friends and family, and they said, yeah, okay, consistency is better. The heat is better, the color is better. There's so many different components to a hot sauce. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, all right, here it is. Like, I'm ready. I'm launching this date. I'll keep you updated. Let me know. And they were talking, and I feel this is so important. Every single time I was talking to a tester or a group member, mm-hmm. they were talking to me. They weren't talking to the Avocado Club. They were talking to Brandon, which I think, goes such a long way to building a community. So I knew that when we hit launch on Kickstarter, that I would have a batch of early backers who would be ready to contribute and try to claim the early rewards, the early bird rewards, which I think are close to being gone now. I haven't checked in like a few minutes, but I think that was my focus. I wanted to launch with confidence, knowing it had an army, as my friend likes to refer to it. An army of hot sauce, chili heads, people who'd be ready to buy it, and that would help kind of catapult the campaign. Yeah. And hopefully reach our funding goal. But after about like 15 different variations of recipes, bottle designs, labels, caps, shrink wraps, cooking times, ingredients here in Queens. I mean, hot sauce is so complex. It's simple objectively, but if you're making it, it's like 1,000 things you got to think about. But I feel it is absolutely ready, and I'm just enjoying watching the Kickstarter contributions come in. I'm trying to make an update every single day. Wow, doing something fun and exciting just to keep people engaged. But yeah, that's how we got to where we are now, and now it's just a matter of spreading the word.
That's really incredible. I love how you kind of walk through your entire journey from like, hey, there's probably people out there who love hot sauce, and you honed in on where they are and Facebook groups, again, the power of Facebook groups, and just like started asking questions and just getting feedback and just really iterating from there. That's kind of I love that you're doing that, because a lot of people who go into crowdfunding don't iterate, and they kind of create things in a vacuum, and then they're like, here it is. Hopefully someone will like it.
Yeah. And I've never crowdfunded before. I was part of a company during my startup career phase that did it, that had one and had a really successful one. But I've never done it before. I just read all the articles and I did all the research, and I contacted successful campaign managers and just asked them questions, and just like I wrote everything down, and it was so worth doing all that work. So yeah.
Yeah. So actually, how did you decide on Kickstarter and on crowdfunding? There's multiple ways to launch a new product, launch a new hot sauce. You can just go on Shopify, throw it up there, and just start getting people. Like, why crowdfunding? I'm curious.
The short answer is because it's so fun.
Yeah.
Right? Bit of a longer answer is that, you know, the brand that the hot sauce is by, so it's by the Avocado Club.
Yeah.
We were founded officially like on Instagram. That was the beginning. Like that's where where most of our followers or club members are now. And it was built on community because we were a curation platform. We featured other users creating with Avocado. We didn't just make stuff ourselves.
Yeah.
Myself at the time, it was just me. It was built on community, and it felt so natural based on like the know-how that I learned over the years. I had the privilege of learning from all of my roles, our network, just everything. It felt most natural to build it together as a community. Yeah. And to basically reward and allow, like we call them like fiery friends, early adopters.
Fiery friends, I love that.
Love alliteration. It's like my second language. I was fascinated with crowdfunding. I backed a few projects just as a human.
Oh yeah, as a human.
You know, yeah, just like as a normal human being.
Yeah.
And I love being able to get that behind the scenes look at a company and obviously earn a product like at a very generous discount, to hear their backstory, to get exclusive rewards. I just thought like it would be such a missed opportunity if it wasn't made through crowdfunding.
Yeah.
And just looking at the whole story now and everything that's been designed, that took like a year or so to get right.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely so worth it, and now, you know, just using the Kickstarter platform, getting into their network as well if they choose to serve it to their network of backers. I feel it's just it's a more effective ask to say, check out our Kickstarter page where you can see our story, exclusive rewards, meet the team, instead of like, hey, we're live, please buy it right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we have 2 more flavors that are in the works that we're planning to. We're just going to do the same thing over again, so we're excited.
Yeah, so it seems like it's kind of like, hey, introducing new products to a group of really super fans, and then kind of coming back again and again to really kind of build, I'm guessing, the company and kind of the back end sales too beyond Kickstarter.
Right, and we're going to try not to retarget so much, so that if you visit our site once, you're like, hey, did you forget us? Hey, we're still in your cart. If people visit our website, if people visit our brand, we want to be able to keep them there that first time and just create that value. And but we're going to be doing a lot of really fun things. Well, there's fun things and then there's good things. The good thing is that when we're live, a percentage of our profits are going to be donated to New York City restaurant workers.
Oh, wow.
Who have been directly affected by COVID-19. I'm from Queens. I grew up in Queens. I'm a New Yorker. Like, it's in my bones. You probably heard it in my accent. Excuse me. And I think I wouldn't be able to launch responsibly if there wasn't a social mission attached. And I think the food in New York, for me, is like, it's our heartbeat.
Yeah.
So that's going to be in place as soon as orders regularly start coming through. And the whole thing's just kind of putting itself together with New York as the theme, which is really nice.
Wow, yeah, that's really incredible. Have you been able to find kind of like a local fan base too then? Or is that kind of in the works for the kind of the next step or next push once COVID is gone?
Yeah, so you're referring to like maybe going to like farmers markets and setting up shop at like events and such?
Yeah, things like that.
Oh yeah, we're actually designing what our booth is going to look like even before we find which farmer's market it's going to be at.
Wow.
Yeah, we got avocado balloons. People going to be getting inflatable crowns on their head, just like our logo.
Perfect.
Little hash brown potato patties to taste the hot sauce on, just a few little things. I love, like, customer experience is my favorite thing in business and any sort of marketing strategy.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to have the most success just meeting people face to face, mask on or mask off. Hope preferably on if they're supposed to be on. We keep them on, of course. That's going to be a really just personally fulfilling moment for me. Just being able to hand the bottle to someone and just have them try it, hopefully like it, and then hopefully wear that inflatable crown around the event for the rest of the day.
Yeah. And you mentioned that customer service and kind of the customer journeys is a big passion of yours. Can you kind of talk us through about how you've been engaging with people? Is it just, you mentioned DMs, is it really just through DMs right now? Is it through like newsletter blasts? Is it through just comments? Like, how are you keeping people engaged? Because a lot of people have trouble with that.
Yeah, me included. Excuse me. I think the most successful effort in terms of getting people, like getting their attention and turning them on to it, like it's just been coming from me, not necessarily the page, and saying, hey, friend who maybe I haven't spoken to in a while, same with relatives, just people in my network that, you know, like I made a lot of connections with restaurants here in the city during a few of my roles in the past. And, you know, I reach out and I'm just like, hey, I wanted to see how you guys are doing. Just strike up a conversation, have good intent. And then someone might say, by the way, I saw you were launching a Kickstarter. What's that about? It's like, oh, well, yeah, I'd be happy to talk to you about it. So I believe very much in the give, and then ask philosophy of Gary Vaynerchuk.
I have that exact book actually on my
that's the one
right there. Yep.
Yeah. I'm looking at Crushing It right now in my bookshelf. Also, yeah, he's obviously a huge influence on like how to approach customers, like how that whole strategy. But I think talking about the story too, and like the why behind, you know, the do it the Simon Sinek way. I know I'm quoting a lot of name dropping a lot. Just like, hey, you want to build something that's healthy. It's, you know, it's all natural. It's clean. There's no nonsense, no artificial BS in there. It's going to be a Queens-born company, and we're going to give back to our community and try to, you know, make an impact. And hot sauce, it's just the beginning. We're building a workshop for kids eventually. We're going to do a food truck series. We're going to have a whole new content division. So
wow.
This is just our first CPG product, and we're just trying to get familiar with that flow, like retail and selling.
Yeah.
There is so much we have planned, but we thought we'd start with something that tastes good.
That's amazing. And so I see someone mentioned here, Brooksy Baby 20, who's on this live, who said, definitely want to try this hot sauce. So if people want to find out more about you, find out more about this hot sauce, where should they go? Where can they back? Where can they be a backer?
Awesome question. Thank you, of course, for anybody who would be interested in just checking it out and saying that it looks nice. That would be enough for me. You can go to the link in our bio at Join Avocado Club. Sure, you'll be able to find it. It'll take you right to the Kickstarter page. You'll be able to see 14 to 15 different reward tiers based on how much you're comfortable spending. But it's important to know that every single bottle that you'll be getting in every reward tier, every 8-ounce bottle, is 25% off what the retail price is going to be. Also, if you're a big hot sauce fan and you want the world to know it, like really know it, we have a crazy tier at the bottom called the Kickstarter Club King/Queen.
Ooh.
We partnered with an actual crown maker in Miami who is going to make a custom 24-karat gold crown just like our logo. She's going to bring it to life. And for $1,499, you get 100 bottles of hot sauce, every other extra available, and your own personal crown to literally made of gold to put on top of your head. There's 21 days left. I'm confident somebody is going to claim it, but
yeah.
There's a lot of ways to contribute. Again, just checking out the page and maybe providing some feedback would be awesome. But if you like hot sauce, if you know, you want something that isn't gonna make you take a milk bath afterwards. Like, it's not bad. It's not practical joke hot.
Yeah.
It's really, we think it's just delicious. It's energetic. It's clean, and it just brings life to just about every single dish. So, sorry, short answer, link in our bio.
Perfect. No, that was a great little kind of introduction into what you are offering and what the rewards are and all the fun things that you have on the page. So, well, thank you so much for taking the time today, Brandon. And everyone, go and check out at Join Avocado Club and back the campaign. Thank you so much, Brandon.
Thank you so much, Nell. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And if there's anything we can do on our end to, you know, tell more people about what you're doing, this was really fun. We'd be happy to do that.
Perfect. That sounds good. Thank you so much, Brandon.
Absolutely. Take care.
Bye.